Here at Crossroads for the month of April, we're continuing our conversation about critical cultural issues. There have been blurred lines on what happens inside the church and outside the church with regards to ethics and morality. So we thought it would be fascinating to spend some time with an author, pastor, radio Bible teacher by the name of Chip Ingram. He joins us from Venture Church in Los Gatos, California, and we're excited, Chip, to spend a month with you talking about these critical issues. So let me ask you, what first motivated you to write this book?
Well, John, the timing probably started maybe 30 years ago because I didn't grow up in a Christian home. I didn't ever read the Bible, and I've watched a dramatic change in about the last 30 plus years as a pastor. And I begin to see that my concern was actually for the church. You know, the last 50 years we've seen the most dramatic change in all the world in terms of morality. I mean, it's absolutely stunning what has happened in the last 50 years in one generation. I remember reading some statistics that, you know, seniors in high school in 1950 or early 50s, maybe 3% of girls and maybe 5% of boys were sexually active. And those statistics are up to 80 and 90% today. And so as I began to look at what was happening, not out there, but in the church, 70% of our young people abandon the faith 5 years after high school, and about 30% of our 18 to 30-year-olds in the church, I mean, Bible-believing churches, are currently living together. And it wasn't that I was on some moral crusade. As a pastor, it was really breaking my heart. And I just thought people needed to hear about some of these issues. And so as I was writing this book, I had a chance to travel around America, go to a number of really bellwether, great evangelical schools. And as I would speak in chapels and major classes, I would ask them, have you ever heard a message on homosexuality? No. Well, what about the environment? No. What about politics? No. What about abortion? You know, one or two hands would go up. And I realized that as this cultural shift has happened, we in the church have not spoken clearly or articulately about, you know, what does God really say? In fact, what I would say, just the opposite has happened. We've responded by either silence. I mean, you know, I had young people tell me, I've never heard a message on sex, never heard a message on homosexuality, not even in a youth group. Or they've heard angry, I mean, you know, heat, you know, these cultural wars, we're against this and we're against that. And so what I believe today is a need to bring light and not heat to today's most divisive issues.
Well, we love that approach, Chip, and we're going to respond to these issues like you with light and not heat, saturated in love for people. And folks, we think this is a valuable resource that's going to help start critical cultural conversations, and we want you to get this book, a copy of this book, into your hands right away. We hope that you'll call us or write us and get it